What's going on, guys? It's currently April 25th, 2022, and I'm going to be giving you a Bitcoin and cryptocurrency update for what's going on right now in these markets. So we're going to start off with Bitcoin on the weekly chart. So first thing that we can see is we're finally starting to show some signs of support at 39,000. And you guys can see this orange EMA. This is the 99 EMA on the weekly chart. And I love using the 99 and 200 day EMAs. I think those are great, and a lot of traders also use them for their analysis. But you guys can see just how significant the 21 and the 99 EMA is. Sorry. You can see back in 2017 and 2018 when Bitcoin had its massive run, and then we went sideways and tried to hold above this EMA, and then we ultimately had a huge downfall, right, which led to the bottom formation of Bitcoin. And then you guys can see we had this nice upsurge, retracement, upsurge, and then we broke through again before starting this bull run. So now you can see how many times right here we're starting to test it and stay above it. So the 99 EMA on the weekly chart is very, very crucial for Bitcoin and Ethereum. You can see just how similar they really are. Even the weekly chart candle formations are very, very similar. So obviously we want to stay above this EMA if we are in fact going to be heading higher this year. If we do break down below, I mean, you could definitely expect 30,000 to be hit, and definitely there's not much support until around $21,000. So we definitely want to be holding this on the weekly chart. So far we're forming a nice bullish hammer on the weekly chart. So if this weekly chart can close out in 5 days with a hammer, that's gonna be a very, very good candle. And obviously the next step would be to put in a higher high on the weekly chart, right? Because this is a low, right? And you guys can see this is another low up here. This is a higher low, and then we had a higher high following the higher low. Before coming back down, and we established here. So what we want is to establish support at 39.2K, and we want to put in a higher high. So we need to break above 47,000. That's a very crucial number that we need to break above, and that would allow us to infer that we just put in a higher low and a higher high, which is obviously what you want to see in an uptrend, right? It's very simple but very, very important and effective. Next we have Ethereum. So the funny thing about Ethereum is it looks like a little bit more bullish than Bitcoin, and I don't know if that's the whales, the whales changing up how they want you to perceive the market, and maybe Ethereum is just a little bit ahead and Bitcoin's lagging, and we really are still in a bull cycle. But only time will tell. But the one good thing is this potentially could be our first higher low on the weekly chart in a while, and we have to push and close above 3,500 to put in a higher high. So that's currently where we're at. We want to close this week on a nice hammer candle like we have forming now, and then put in a higher high above like 3,600 at least. One thing to know is the RSI is diverging upwards. We found support at about 40 on the RSI, which is pretty significant. You could see just how many times we bounced from RSI of 40. And it's also ticking upwards along with the MACD completely reset. So bullish momentum could be picking up. We are lacking on the volume still, but that's expected in the consolidation period. So we want to see some sort of igniting volume or something to start a new uptrend or a new move. So you want to see a big volume bar, which could potentially happen in the next few weeks. So we definitely want to see that. This is, look back here. This is the volume you want to be seeing in it. Ever since this high around 4,500, you've seen the decrease in volume. So this could be accumulation volume. If we can stay above, I am bullish above the 99 EMA on the weekly chart. So that's about 2,400. Altcoins have been struggling. One altcoin that has been picking up is Dogecoin. MACD on the weekly chart just crossed over bullish, RSI is ticking upwards, and we found support once again on the 99 EMA, which I have mentioned is a very, very important indicator that I like using. So definitely try this indicator out. So next move for Dogecoin is it looks like it's some sort of resistance, slanted resistance like this. So if we can break above this and put in a higher high at about 20 cents, that would be a really, really great sign. The MACD would take over. You can see just the volume is finally starting to kick to the bullish side after all these months of bearishness. So Dogecoin definitely could use a rally. Now there are some fundamental news that came out, including Elon Musk buying Twitter, and Dogecoin would be the official cryptocurrency of Twitter. So I mean that's a huge move for the future. So I am personally very bullish, and I think Dogecoin at 15 cents is not a bad buy. Next is going to be Luna. One thing to note about Luna is on the weekly chart you're starting to see a bearish divergence. So we're putting, because Luna has been very strong considering every other altcoin. I mean, it's pretty much the only altcoin that's still putting in new highs and showing signs of increasing price versus all the other altcoins that are down like 40-50% from their highs. So that's very impressive. But you can see how the MACD is starting to slope downwards, and the price is making a higher high, and the RSI is making lower lows. So that's a bearish divergence. Also MACD, think of it as momentum. You can see the bullish momentum starting to die out. So we could push up to about 120, 125, or even higher, and then before we start to come down. But one thing to note is, technically speaking, our indicators are showing a bearish divergence. I mean, Luna has been amazing this run, but obviously this is going to have to come down. You just don't want to get caught into this, right? So remember to take in your profits. Other than that, guys, every other altcoin is really just consolidating. I mean, yeah, Atom's a great long term, but we need to find some type of support. Probably around 20 bucks would be a great buy. Avalanche is hanging in there, but we need to hold right here at 67, 68. If we close below here, you can definitely expect 55 and 41 to be tested next. But that's a general quick overview of the markets. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. And thank you for watching.